I'm Mrs. Nelson. I'm your chemistry teacher. Either you are in college preparatory chemistry or you're in honors chemistry. You can always request honors chemistry through your PLT or through me, and I'll be giving you my email address and my phone number in a little bit. For right now, I'd like to just go over some of the materials that you have received. And you should have received a lab notebook. And you can use a any kind of college ruled lab notebook or quad ruled. It doesn't have to be this particular one. I just provided that for you for convenience. You should have received this blue paper that has your code on it, your Google Classroom code. That's really important, and kind of how to get started in class and making sure you have all your materials. You should have received a syllabus. And in the syllabus, this tells you the class expectations, how the grading works, for the honors expectations, which is the midterm and the final. That is in there. That information's in there. What happens if we're late and missing work. So please do read through this. It'll also tell you some of the materials you'll need for the class, like the lab notebook. And then when you're finished with that, it'll be one of your first assignments. You can turn this into Google Classroom, put your name in it, sign it, and your parent's signature, and then you can scan it, take a picture and scan it, and download that to Google Class. So that will be that. And then your chemistry assignments. This is going to be the full year of chemistry assignments, so you can work ahead if you need to, if you want to, if you have the time. But for me, what I want to see is that during this due date on 8/20, you should have the chapter read, pages 2 through 23. You should also have the section assessments finished and completed, so if I'm asking you questions in Google Meetup, that you'll be able to help answer those questions and participate. Also, you'll have a set of chapter 1 notes. Those notes can be anything that you want, like how you interpret the chapter. Maybe you have questions about the chapter, you want to write a few questions down. Maybe you have images, you want to draw diagrams, that's fine. Some people like to list the vocabulary, which you don't need to do because I'm already assigning vocabulary, so vocabulary is not the same as your notes. Your notes are going to be the main ideas, the most important information that you wouldn't understand, that you need more questions, you have more questions on, or you need to use those notes for memorizing or on your midterm or final. So chapter notes, I'm leaving it up to you, and I don't put a limit, and I don't put like, oh, I need 10 pages, 250 words. It's just do what you need to do to get the point across for what information you will need. Sometimes I'll let you use those on your test too when we're in class and your quizzes. So make sure you have that set up. And then we have your key right here. And the answer key comes from the Teacher's Edition book. They don't have a solutions manual that you can just purchase. So I made copies of the Teacher's Edition, only the section assessment. So like when you do section assessment 1.1, you will have the answer key down below in this packet. So your book looks like this. It won't have a key. You're going to have to come to this key to answer the questions and correct your problems. So this, I don't mind if you are grading your own. It can be parent or student, and that is because when students grade their own work, they actually catch their mistakes and they see why they made that mistake. So it is okay to have that. It's kind of like it's giving you the idea of, oh, you have this question and I need to get to this point right here. So you're reading the question and I'm working towards this number or this equation. So that's why I allow them to use this key. So that's fine to give that to your student. These are POGO handouts, and POGO handouts are going to be asked for on Google Classroom. So I gave you a hard copy so that you can work the problems out and do things and scan it if you need to scan it. You can also get a copy off of the Google Classroom. So that's POGO if you're wondering what that is. And then this is your textbook. So this is where your section assessments are going to be found. And those are from your assignment sheet. So on the assignment sheet, when it's telling you chapters and pages, and then where your vocabulary pages and all the pages of the section assessments, that is in here. So this is kind of handy to keep right there so that you have it ready to go. I'll also download another one online. All right. So that will help you get started. I expect to meet you in Google Classroom, and I'm really excited about this year. Chemistry is one of my favorite subjects, and it's the science of all sciences. So I am excited to be doing some of these labs with you too. So I will see you soon. in Google Class.